Everybody. Hey,
Okay.
everybody. Welcome to our team call. It's Tuesday, my gosh, July 17th. I can't believe it. We've been talking really briefly at the start of the call just about to-be mindset, how do we reach teenagers, just the different groups that we're going to be coming up with and kind of dreaming about how we can help people have a sustainable, healthy life. And so just some really great ideas that we'll be talking about in the future. Erin is now quickly going to just go over some of the basics. Some of the things that we need you guys to be thinking about is that we need coaches to be stepping up and being willing to post a week in our challenge groups. And we want to make sure that you feel comfortable and know how to do that. The scripts are done. All you have to do is learn how to post in it, schedule and post in it. So Erin's going to show us how to do that right now.
So I'm going to do a really quick, and I'm like literally I'm on the clock here. I'm going to do a really quick overview of what I would do to set up a new group and how I would start posting content to the new group and what that looks like and scheduling posts in that group. And then I'm going to go back. I just decided as we were sitting here and then go through each of those topics maybe and just do a shorter little video on each of those things, because I'm going to show you some different technology here that you may not have any awareness of, things that I use on a regular basis. And so this is going to go really quick, but know that I will come back and break this down later on into different topics. All right. So now you guys see my screen. I shared my screen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Darling picture.
What's that?
Darling picture.
Oh, thank you. That's our spot. We always have to get a picture there whenever we go on our trip. Okay, so oops, I don't want to go to Zoom. Let me go to Facebook. You're on. You guys can see my screen?
Yes.
Okay. All right, so we're on our team page. I am going to show you guys forming a new group. And the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to go up here.
Can you click out of this message first, and that way we can see the whole screen? Perfect.
Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to go up here. It's the very far right side of the screen, and I'm going to go create a group. Okay. Name my group. I'm going to name my group Practice Group. I'm going to add Kendra. Whoops, did I get you in there, Kendra? Yeah, I'm going to add Kendra, and I'm going to add Tracy. Okay, I'm going to select my privacy. I want this to be, we've been doing these as a secret group. And the reason why we do that is that nobody can find the group except for people who are in the group. So I don't know if you guys noticed, especially like with a To Be Mindset group or the 80-Day Obsession group, we had people all the time saying, hey, can I join your group? Can I join your group? And they weren't necessarily clients. They were just people who had searched for 80-Day Obsession. And then our group popped up. And so we just want to do a secret group. And I always pin it to my shortcuts. Mm-hmm. And so what that means is when I go back onto my news feed, a list of my groups will show up on this side of the page.
Yeah.
Okay. That is actually the group created. Boom. There's a new group. This is our practice group. How do I personalize it? First thing I'm going to want to do is I want to upload a photo to personalize this. Okay, let's just say, for example, I did this yesterday for the event for the Ridge hike in a week. So I'm going to use that picture. That's going to be my picture.
So Erin, where did you find that picture? Was that just something online?
It was in my own computer. So there were two things I could do when I do a cover photo. Let me cancel. So I could either upload a photo that I uploaded I just went onto my own computer because I knew I had it saved, or you could choose a photo from your photos on Facebook or from group photos. So if I wanted to choose something that I had already uploaded to Facebook. Okay. So I'm going to show you, just for example, in this group, I'm going to just use a picture that I already had.
Okay.
But here's what I do. If I want to customize a picture or put a banner or put some language or something on that, I'm going to go to an app called Canva. It's like Canvas without the S, canva.com. And I use, as you can see, I use Canva a lot when I add graphics to my pictures. So I am going to go to create a design. I'm going to create a Facebook cover. And I can use this if I can do it quickly. It may not be fast enough. They have a lot of sample ones that are free. I can use any of these. I could take this one right here and say, usually you can modify all of their things. Team LT, oops.
Erin, you're so good at this. Fast and.
Let me just see if I can, now that I'm under pressure here, let's see what I can do.
And is Canva a free app or is it a?
It's a free app.
Okay.
Okay, so Team LT practice group. And I'm gonna, let's see if I can stretch this a little.
And one of the things that's important, like you said, the Facebook cover, because there's other things that look similar and then you make your whole picture and it doesn't fit correctly.
And I think sometimes you have to play with, that could happen here too, because sometimes Canva, like Facebook changes their rules and not all the apps get the memo at the same time. And so sometimes it takes playing with it a little bit, but let's see what happens with this one. All right. So I've created this page. I'm going to now download this page, I'm just going to download it as a picture, which is a JPEG. I'm going to download it to my computer. Let's see if we can get through this quickly. All right. So that's now on my computer in my downloads. Okay. So now I'm going to go back to my Facebook group. Okay, I don't want to use this picture. I'm going to cancel out. I want to use a different picture. I'm going to upload the photo that I just created. There it is in my downloads on my Mac. And I'm going to choose that. And there it is. See how, oh, it is allowing me to
move it around.
Cool.
Okay. And then I'm going to save my changes. So that's the picture part of it. Then the other thing I want to do, important thing about forming this group is editing my group settings. I always like to do one of these little deals just because I think it's easier to find off to the side of the page. So we're going to use a baseball. The name of the group is practice group. Pick a group type. Oh, and this is to the point of our To Be Mindset group and our coach page. I never was picking a group. I was just doing a generic group. But if you go to social learning, make this a social learning group, that is what allows us to do the units in a group. So right now you can see off the side of my page, the list of tabs. Watch what happens when I make it this a social learning group. Oh, I have to save it. Let me get through this. Okay, here's the description. You'll see this on the side of the page whenever you go to one of our groups. Tags, I don't typically do a lot of these. You can choose the color so that it looks different when you view it online or view it on your phone. Membership, anyone, I always say only admins can approve membership. Anyone can post. That's it. Just, there's not a lot that has to happen. Now look at my social learning group added this tab called units. Okay. And then for those of you who aren't aware, units is what allows us to use a group over and over and over. It allows somebody else to come into the page at any point in time and go to the units and start from day 1, even if the group's on day 30. And we can talk about that's another thing. So here's how you would create units. Obviously, that's a whole nother learning thing we'll have to do, okay? Very straightforward. I kind of walked through it. And one of the things that's really important to know, if you need to know anything, you get hung up on any part of this process, just go to Google and say, how do I set up a unit? And it will show you, here's how to set up a unit in Facebook. And you can walk through side by side your page and that teaching tool. Okay, so now we're in our practice group. And I want to add content to my practice group, okay? I want to create a post there's two things. There's scheduling posts, obviously, but there's also just creating a post from a script, for example. We have created a file, and I don't know, Tracy, if you are in it, but you need to be. And I know some people use it and some people don't. But we have created a file in Dropbox. For those of you who use Dropbox or don't, if you don't use it, here is Dropbox. Dropbox is a way that multiple people can use the same documents, share them, access them without sending them back and forth to each other. And so we created a thing on here on Dropbox called Beachbody Team LT Shared Directory. So we click on that, and I'm going to warn you, there's a lot of really old content in this that needs to be cleaned up. But that said, I still use this all the time. I don't think Amethyst uses Dropbox, but I use this all the time because I don't like to reinvent the wheel. I've already created these documents. I don't want to have to create them again. So I go to challenge group information and scripts. I open it up. I go down. Now, the rest of you guys wouldn't know this because it looks like there's just a ton of stuff here. But I went down. We created this 2018. This was when Kendra and I decided we're going to change our groups from 6-week groups to 4-week groups. So we created a script called 1+3 week script. And you can see this is the most recent. These are created in 2018. Kendra, I think, modified it. And so she's got dot pages because she created her document in Pages on a Mac. I still use Word, even though I'm on a Mac, I still use Word. And so that's where I have saved this script. Again, I know I'm blowing through this, but just for example, okay? Preseason day 1, here's our script. Preseason day 2, preseason day 3, preseason day 4, and it goes all the way through it. This is a very bare bones kind of a script. I would encourage anybody who works with this script to take the post, copy it, paste it, and this is what I do. Copy it, okay. Now I'm gonna go to, it's on my clipboard, Tracy, back to the discussion about clipboard. It's on my invisible clipboard. And I'm going to paste it into this post. Let me make this a little bigger. And now I'm gonna go to this post and I'm gonna make it my own. So this is my post today. Preseason day 1, welcome to our 2018 New Year, New You Challenge group, okay? Obviously, you're gonna go through and you're gonna modify this. You're gonna say, welcome to your 2018 practice group, challenge group, whatever, okay? And you're gonna go through and modify it. There's gonna be references in here to like, it's the middle of December. How am I, what am I going to eat? And or there'll be something about summer and you're posting it in December or whatever. You're going to modify it. We've also needed to update things a little bit as the technology changes. Like this used to say, you've invested your money into a challenge pack or you've invested your money into your DVDs or whatever it said. And so now it's like, you've got BOD and Shakeology and let's, what does that mean? And so we're just trying to give people the information for day 1. Then I go and I add a photo in the same Dropbox file. Let me go back here. Oh, come on, Dropbox, where did that go? I don't want previous 7 days. I want by name, my Beachbody shared directory, my challenge group information and scripts. There's a document called folder called script pics. And if you want to use pictures we've already done, you can use these pictures. They line up with the posts. So you'll see here, day 1, day 2, day 3. You can use these, or typically at this point, sometimes I use some of them I like, some of them I just go out every single day and just go find a new picture, a new image, something that I want to, some message that comes to me that I want to share. But there are pictures there that go with the script if you want to add those pictures.
Erin, can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am.
Is there a script for every single day of like the preseason or the pre-week, and then for each day of the 3 weeks of
there is
the challenge?
That's what this script is. It goes through all the way. See if you see here, preseason day 5,
Uh-huh.
6, it goes all the way through the group. Day 1, day 2.
Okay.
Now, as I said, I can't promise you that it's totally updated, but it's kind of the working place for me.
And did you guys create these scripts, or did you get it from the coach's office?
We
Like, I mean,
created script from Melanie 3 years ago. We were using her script, and Kendra and I sat down one day and said, her script's kind of making us crazy because she didn't sound like us. Her voice was very different. And so we went through and took kind of her content and we put our own sound to it. Now, like I said, I keep saying this, it probably needs to be refreshed. And I would absolutely encourage anybody who takes these scripts to take them and refresh them. If you're going to be the one posting for that week, own that week. Take that week. You might look at what we have. You might say, yeah, okay, I'm going to post something today about water, but I'm going to go a different way. I'm going to find a different post. I'm going to find a different article. It's time to get a new, and I trust me, I know, but what happens is in a pinch, we'll fall back to, I'm going to go back to the script because I'm busy or whatever. And let me just add, so that's just where the Dropbox script is, okay? I want to show you guys one more thing.
Erin, that I know Amethyst and Dana use a little bit. They've already tweaked some, so maybe they can add to this as well.
Yeah,
Erin did a thing about snacks. We found things that our clients needed, so we did our own research, and that's in that smaller group. We really tried to make it good content if it's going to be a shorter week. But like I said, Amethyst, I think Amethyst is on, but I'm not sure she can talk. I know Amethyst and Dana's groups use a little different scripts, and we'd love to see what they use too. So we can totally share resources.
Okay, I am already running late, but let me show you one more thing, and then I'm going to leave, and I will come back and address some of these. The other place that's really important, and with these all the new workout programs that Beachbody is giving us, please know there is a whole host, and I think Tracy just discovered, of information in our coach office. Caramba, I'm going to have to sign on to my coach office.
Well, yeah, they have what's called guides, I think. Is it for each program?
Yes.
Yeah. It's
and
right
so
there.
if you go to the challenge group guide, see, they didn't used to have this, and we had people doing different workouts and different programs. But for example, Lift 4 is going to be really easy. When we go through this group, you go Lift 4, prep week, day 1. And we know what you do? You take it and you cut and paste it. Copy it. Go back to Facebook. And I'm going to drop it onto my Facebook, and I'm going to paste it. And there it is. There's the post. And then if I go back, I can go to Lift 4 to his picture. I can save his image to my downloads.
Guys, even with the Beachbody scripts, make sure you read it over before you press post.
Exactly.
Make sure that, because I've made this mistake in the beginning, and make sure that it sounds like us, it's our voice. Sometimes there's little snippets in there for just the coach, but just, you guys know how to do it.
Yeah, but yes, read everything, because otherwise it'll say, like Joe will say, now tell your challengers, blah. Okay, so there's,
yeah.
And so now there's the whole post. And then back to this idea of units, I can create a unit,
title it, and then do the same thing. Yeah.
And I can create it, I think, and I can go to how did I do it? I think I added a post. I don't know. I'll have to go back and do it. Anyway, I'm able to go then and grab that post from, that's looking for a file. Anyway, I can go back to find that post that I just posted, and I can add that to my unit. And so,
or just go back and cut and paste.
You could exactly. You could cut. I can cut and paste it. I've already got that in my clipboard.
And is it easy to, like, if you wanted to add something in between some already posted and created units, like that one scale one, unless you found it? I just was.
Yes, it's very easy. You just go back to that unit, and you'll look at prep week unit one, prep week unit, and you'll just go and grab that post or add a post. Like I just did. I just added a post.
Okay, I'll try that.
Okay.
So how do I need to get invited to be able to try to work with that Dropbox? The Team
Yes,
LT.
just send me your best email that you work on. And
It's the only one that I work on is you have it. Mm-hmm.
Okay, then I just need to invite you to it.
Okay.
And I've lost you guys now. Let me see if I can find you. You're looking at my screen and where are you? There you are. Okay, I've got to run. I can hop on the phone. Let me stop sharing my screen. And then the other thing, Kendra, I did not add, and I don't know if you can, if you want to go, we can do it let's just do it as another video. But I use a program called Hootsuite. Kendra uses a program called Sendable. Hootsuite is free for up to 3 groups, and I think Sendable is the same. So initially, as a brand new coach, you do not need to pay for it because you will not be posting probably in more than 3 groups at a time. If you get to the point where you're managing multiple groups, you will have to consider paying for Hootsuite or again, technology has changed. Facebook now has a way to schedule posts within Facebook itself. It didn't used to have that. And so if you were in charge of posting, you either got up every single morning and you posted that day live, or we would both go to our scheduling programs and you could schedule a whole week out. I could take that script and do exactly what I just did, but I would cut and paste those posts into my Hootsuite post account and then tell it when to post to my Facebook group. I'd have to link it to Facebook, and then I'd say, Monday, every day basically at 5:30 in the morning, I want you to post this. And so sometimes you'll see Hootsuite actually referenced in the post for like the time that it was posted. It'll say time posted in Hootsuite, so that you can tell that somebody scheduled that post to be posted that day. And because those aren't typically responsive posts to people, they're not reacting to what people are saying, they're just putting out the information every day, you could schedule that in advance. All right, I'm hopping off. I will follow up. Post questions, keep asking. I'm happy to share, and I do these things all the time and we forget, like there's a learning curve. We've got to figure out how to do them. So please ask, and I'm happy to share anything. All right?
Erin,
Thanks, Erin.
thank you so much.
All right, guys. Bye.
Bye. Tracy, have a great day. Any other questions before we're going to be off soon, I think.
I don't think so. This is really helpful just to kind of look at this and figure this out. You know, I love the to be rolling enrollment. That's really easy. And then to walk them through the units. The only thing I wonder about is, are people feeling the same kind of momentum of starting a new challenge group? I know she wants to call it a success group. So I'm kind of curious about that. I have a couple of people that just started, and you know, I'm just kind of wondering about that.
That's a really great discussion, because there's so many new specific programs that it is really interesting that we've had these back-to-back launches. And it's really unique when you do that group together, but they're such specific groups that we as coaches will go crazy if we consistently have every month a new 2B mindset, a new 80-day obsession, a new lift, a new this, a new that. Yeah. I mean, my gosh, we wouldn't have any life, and we'd be checking in and on our phones and computers 24 hours a day.
Yes.
So I hear what you're saying, because our goal is to make this a community.
Right.
So like you said, one of the things that I am finding as I'm adding and talking to people about these programs that we just came out that we've all done together is that it definitely requires us to do more one-on-one coaching.
Yeah. Which could be a good thing.
It could be.
Right? It could be ended up like better, you know, client care.
From a business perspective, you end up spending quite a bit more time with people that you don't really get paid for. Mm-hmm. But the reality is we're really helping people. And I believe when we and I always say people, even when I'm talking to them about challenge groups and about challenge packs and what we offer, one of the things that I say is that it's really important, like that I want to work myself out of a job. I want to work with you intensely so that you have the tools that you can use the rest of your life. And so that's helping with people so that they don't have this expectation that they're going to need me forever.
Right.
Because otherwise, honestly, then we just start spreading ourselves too thin. So, but I personally love the one-on-one coaching as well. I love that because I feel like I really get to know my clients.
Right.
So it just makes a lot more work.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So we have lots of good things to talk about. Keep thinking of those great ideas. Let's talk about a teenage group, mother, daughter, I don't know, something like that. So we'll continue talking.
Yeah. Or it could be just a group still with the moms geared towards how are they going to work this with the family. So,
love that. Family.
You know, because that might be tricky to do it with the kids online.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Perfect. Okay, we're going to get cut off. Have a great day, everyone.
Thanks. Bye, Kendra.
Bye-bye. Hey, my friend. I'm just